We are not. We was not live. We're
Yeah.
live now. Weren't. I need my stool. Redden. Oh. Okay. We are live with 0 viewers. This is wild. Quarantine's kind of over. The quarantine's over. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, we're leaving."
I didn't get a notification.
You can't tell we even had a quarantine. Now, she's got a notification. You want me to scoot over?
Yeah. I don't really matter anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna angle this down a little bit. Turn it, mute it. Okay. What's happening, everybody? It's been a spell since we've been live, but we're live. So how's it going? That one's from Bend, Oregon. How's it going? Yeah, the quarantine never existed in our town, pretty much. I mean, it did, but people didn't really treat it as if it was a quarantine. But you can tell they've lifted it because everybody and their mamas spending that Trump check, baby. We got that Trump check burning a hole in their pocket. So we basically it didn't change the way we lived any because I stay quarantined in my garage anyways, behind on projects, not finishing them. But my lovely bride is getting drove crazy by not being able to burn the roads up. Wish we still had a month. California still has a month, I guess.
Holy cow.
I think I talked to a guy in California, and he said that they was going to keep them quarantined, like keep everything as it is for a while, which might be smart. Oh man, that spot on my back is swollen and itching. We rode yesterday in the woods at the property, and I got home and I had slept all night with it. And Becca checked me before I went to bed and showered and everything. And there was a tick on my back, just sucking on my bloods.
That's so gross.
Joseph Floor said didn't get a check. Well, I didn't either. So, does anybody that got a check have any check left? Did you buy go-kart parts with your check? Or dope nasty rims for your dank square body? Whoa! Someone said they've been in jail for 2 months.
What?
Oh, I've been locked in my house for 2 months, and they toss people in jail in my town. Ooh, that's rough.
Where are they from?
He didn't say. Winnipeg, Canada. Dennis, what's happening? So, what's happening, fellas? We're waiting on some jets for the buggy. I tell you, I want this thing done so bad I can taste the metal. We have some stuff we're going to do to it this week while we wait on the jet. We're waiting on pilot jets. The ones that come in that McCooney are a little bit rich.
You did get it started, though.
Yeah, we got it started. If you don't follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I like Instagram the best because Facebook is for grandmas. Make sure to follow us on MySpace. We did make a MySpace, right? Correct?
Yes.
We should really start pushing MySpace.
Something better.
Michael still got all of his check left. One guy said, got my check and I'll send all of it to you if you do the crotch rocket motor. Well, that's what me and Miss Redbeard's been talking about. What should be the next project? Because you have to have 2 good projects going on at one time, and then you feel dead time with like small little go-kart stuff and like that mini bike race, because that's videos you can get done in one day and edit it the next day. So 2 days you got a good video. That's the problem we're running into is like we've been doing customer vehicles like we did Randy's Yerf Dog. That took a lot of time. And you got to think when we did Randy's go kart, we would also stop on it to do other videos that are faster to get out to you guys because that's the problems is everybody's different too. People judges one YouTuber by another YouTuber, and we're all different because like I have different things I have to worry about than other channels. Like for instance, children and a family, and this is my sole income, and I have a house, some property. We have a lot riding on our shoulders. So we just can't work on one project. We have to make sure we try to put out 2 videos to 3 videos out in 1 week. So that's basically it. It was getting really hard to do customer projects and try to do my own because it was all customer projects there for a while, and I'm burnt out of them, honestly. I mean, yes, for sure it is nice making extra money, but at the same time, it's we can't do our stuff. Troy, we got Grindhard Plumbing's number. Oh, what is his name? I have it. I can't remember his name. I've never talked to him. I need to call him. Got it from Moto Mule. He made sure with them that it was okay for me to get their number, of course. And a lot of people ask about subscriber or doing meetups or son of a gun. I'm all over the place. The tick box infected. It's got its stuff up to my brain. Anyways, one YouTuber broke it down the other day. Like everybody wants us to do collaborations with other YouTubers. One guy broke it down from he does like RC videos. I was just watching this business thing that he does. It was interesting to see how he's made so much money from eBay. He bought a Lamborghini from buying stuff off of Wish. Or no, not Wish. What's the other Chinese website where you buy stuff in bulk? AliExpress.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. He buys stuff on bulk on there and then puts it as singular items on eBay, and he's made a crazy amount of money. It's a full-time job now. But anyways, he does classes where you can learn how to do that. So he said that he wanted to do like a collaboration video with RC Sparks, which I guess is a big real. I'm sure some of you watch them. They have like a couple million subscribers. Well, he made it super. He put it in words where I couldn't before. He said, "What would be the reason for a 3 million subscriber YouTube channel to do a video with me with 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers?" He said, "You got to find ones in similar size." Because the give and take has to be the same. It's not like, yeah, we're going to have fun and it's cool meeting new people, but at the end of the day, this is all of our businesses, cars and cameras, Weatherby Weldon, and we have to look at, is it worth their time to do a collaboration? Like, is there a possibility we both can grow from this? Not only is making friends. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's cool.
Just beneficial for one person.
Yeah, and we just can't, like, Cars and Cameras has, 800,000 probably subscribers. They're up there quite a bit. They're like 5 or 6 above us, 1,000, 100,000, and but why would they want to do a video? Like, I wouldn't go ask them to do a video with me because we're so much smaller than them. There's no most likely people that's watching us watches them, and the subscribers that know about us that aren't subscribed to us that's watching them obviously hates us because there's some people out there that want me dead, like that hate me so bad. So, which is fine, to each their own. But
Tommy asked if there was a Go Power Sports meet in the works.
Go Power Sports meets in the work is in October. They're doing paid swap meet. It got rescheduled because of Corona. So we'll be in Texas in October. Is it hot in October?
Yes.
Oh,
it's very hot.
Texas, at Texas Motor Speedway. I got to cover this puppy up. I just slicked this son of a gun down the other day, and I get burnt pretty bad. But we'll be there in October. We had to cancel ours because we was just afraid people wouldn't be able to come.
In September,
and we was right. I mean,
we're meeting up for just a ride
in September we're going to do a ride at Windrock. So it's not going to be nothing crazy like a whole weekend. It's going to be very light off-road trails. Becca said no off-road trails. Come on.
I thought you said it was a gravel road.
Yeah, but we'll hit there's some cuts that we'll cut back off of and back on it.
Okay, we'll just.
But anyways, we're riding to Brushy Mountain Prison, and it has it's an old prison that has like a restaurant and stuff. So, but yeah, So we hope you guys can make it in September. Watch out on rbgcarts.com on the events tab for any events. The Go Power Sports, you've done change that, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're all listed on there. I need to put that.
Yeah, so, and we'll be at FabTech this year, most likely in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I need to put that on there.
So if you're around Las Vegas,
West Coast.
Come and meet us at FabTech. I'm sure the information is on probably fabtech.com, I would imagine. But yeah, see, like I would say everybody that watches us watches Cars and Cameras and watches, I would assume, Rather Be Welding as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like me and Chris wants to do more videos, but again, this is the difference. Cars and Cameras aren't doing customer projects, and Chris isn't doing them either. Mainly because a lot of people are scared to do customer projects because it is scary. You don't know, the liability behind it. You really got to make sure you watch yourself. But we're taking a break on customer projects. We're not taking any more for as long as I can stand it. And because I have a lot of engines and a lot of stuff I want to build. And what sucks is like Chris at Rather Be Welding, he did that 2-stroke mini bike, and we was going to do the CR80 mini bike on it, which we're still going to do that, but we was going to build a custom frame for the CR80. But now it just looks like we're copying Chris. Not that he's not the first person that ever put a 2-stroke on a mini bike or anything. But it's just when you're doing YouTube, you want to try to not copy people, of course. But bet Lonnie's wife won't let him go. Probably not. Old ball and chain.
Lonnie's gonna have a baby.
Yeah, Lonnie will have a baby in September. So Lonnie will not be at the Windrock meetup. I can about guarantee that. Which I mean is understandable. I like giving him a hard time even if it's reasonable or not. But Lonnie will not be in Vegas either. He likes to gamble. Lonnie's a gambler. He loves to go to casinos. When he's in Florida, when he's in Florida, he goes to dog races. You got a dog fight in your town, Lonnie will be there. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't even know these things.
Anyways, we want to build. Becca was mad when I made this 1-seater. I made it a 1-seater because 1-seaters are way more fun in different areas. 2-seaters are way better in other areas. So what we're going to do is I have to do a 2-seater next because we barely got anything to ride. You got to think we've been building stuff for other people to ride. We sold some of our old trusty, just simple go-karts that rarely has any breakdowns and stuff.
Every time the kids get on theirs, they break down.
Huh?
I said every time the kids get on theirs, they break
down. Like Grayson's has been bulletproof. He's been riding, and it's a simple go-kart. You expect it to pretty much go with how much Grayson weigh? 80, 90 pounds? 80?
60.
Does he? Oh, never mind. Grayson's 60 pounds. I'm way off on that. Anyways, but my daughter and her friend got in his go-kart, which together probably weigh 200 pounds, and they burn up his belt in no time. And it's not only them. Like, he's rode it for, 6 months since his birthday. So
when he rides it.
Yeah, so not almost a year, like a little over half a year.
6 months.
Yeah, he's rode his go-kart, and then Aubrey gets on it, and the belt just, explodes. So then I put a new belt on it, but we're out of belts right now. We have used belts that we're like, this is okay to keep, but we don't want to run it unless it's emergency. We're on our emergency belts now. Lonnie's mini bike still is working fine, but the belt is it's on edge. Becca's belt just blew on her mini bike. So what sucked is we're going to have to just to get up and going again, we got to get 7 30 series CVT belts. 7 of them. Just that's not the stock any for more explosions, But someone's saying wiring video, please. See, that's something I really want to do is that wiring video. And that's why I can't take no more customer projects for a while. He'll be back when the honeymoon's over. I don't know. But what I'll do is I'll try to this week or next week go get. I don't have any stock, stock engines. Like I want to do the wiring video on a stock engine, because that's what's going to relate to more people. When we look at how to make like a video. We try to relate to you guys. A lot of people don't have fully built engines and stuff, and we understand that. So I don't want to do videos uh, on just like these crazy built engines because I want to do it on basically uh, stock engines, so it relates to you guys more. I haven't been reading comments.
That guy just muted ask 100 times for a wiring video.
Yeah, I saw that the half black builds.
Russell said he pre-ordered a TrowMaster from Go Power Sports.
Oh yeah, and if anybody's ordering stuff from Go Power Sports, they are backed up. Like they're packing stuff, but they can't get it shipped out fast enough. So they're shipping stuff, for sure. Just different times. Troy, the welding table is by far my favorite. Even though we got this crazy bender, I still think the weld table is always going to be at the top of my list. Um, it's weld table, bender, welding cart. I'm in love with my welding cart. I'm telling you, I like putting more knickknacks in it, and I'm gonna have.
Oh, I bet it's in the house. The swag off road thing, the magnet.
Oh, it's over there on
It's
the
a cool little knickknack.
gas can. Go grab that hammer. It's in the second drawer down. So what was his company name? I cannot remember it either. Uh, oh yeah, the Juggernauts are sold out, and they got more coming. It's just again this whole thing. Uh, see a YZ80 on a CT70 would be pretty sweet. The hammer's in the second drawer down. Should be. My eyes are crazy because we've been. My allergies are ridiculous. Um,
His mama's gonna have to send him to the
oh
doctor.
yeah, Kevin Talbot is the guy I was talking about. Did the eBay sales, but a guy made me this hammer. There you can see it, forged it, and put RBG in the side of it. It's super sweet, and the things. Chris Frost. Five Frost Forge, and I mean I beat on this thing the other day, beating this shaft out of a CVT that was mangled.
Oh, he's in there. He's in your chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Frost, he's in there. But this hammer is sick, and I love stuff like this. Like Becca came out here, Miss Redbeard came out here and told me that something was in our PO box, and I was going to town, and I couldn't quit thinking about what is it, because he sounded like I would like it quite a bit, and he was right. This hammer is awesome. Stuff like this that's handmade is sick, and the handle feels like a baby's bottom. It's so smooth. But we love stuff like this. Huge thanks to Chris. Go check him out on Facebook at Five Finger Forge. You said, is that his Facebook page? Five Frost. I don't know why I said. There's 9 Finger Forged here in our town, or at Windrock. Yeah, it's right before you get the Windrock gates. There's Five Finger Forged. Oh. They're blacksmiths. Don't buy from them though. Buy from Five Frost Forge. But we're gonna beat on this thing pretty hard. That sounded rough. But I'm trying to see some comments. One guy's want me to talk about our sponsorship, but that's like deals. We don't talk about our sponsorship because that's like, how would I word that? It's not the easiest way to say it, but it sounds extremely rude. Is none of your business. But that's not what I want to say. Like that's how we make our incomes and how we make this business able to work. And I've learned this stuff the hard way, and I was in marketing and stuff before, so I kind of came into this as a career, as I've told people 1,000 times. Like I didn't do YouTube as a hobby, and it just turned out to be my career. I went after it as a career from the start. So I don't share with people how to. I have shared with people like Penny Pincher at Quad Racers. We was on the phone the other day, and he said that it was real nice hearing feedback, and she don't know about this actually, but he said that the information I gave him has helped him get like 10 times more sponsorships now. So he really appreciated me giving him the advice and stuff. And I think I've shared stuff with Moto Mule. Huh?
He helped you with tags and stuff. Like he.
Oh yeah, and it was give and take, like always. like
and stuff.
someone can show you something that you don't know, always. But I've had people message us and just straight up ask like, how do you get sponsored from Go Power Sports? Which I tell them the basis, like you got to put information out there, or not information, but you got to give them a reason to. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm wanting to make a YouTube channel. Send me some parts," because that's not what they do. Everybody says we get stuff for free, but nothing's free in this world. If we wouldn't done good work for them, they would not have. It's confidential. That's the word. It's thank you, Firebird 87622.
How
It's
long does that take?
confidential. That's the best way to put it.
Really, we do have to sign privacy contracts with people.
Yeah, we just did a deal the other day. We signed a privacy contract. We make other companies sign our contracts, just saying you're going to do this for us, we're going to do this for you. So if someone doesn't,
It's between the two of you.
it's just between us. We signed a privacy. Well, actually, we signed the first privacy contract. I don't think we ever signed one to this extent where you don't talk about what we're doing for you, vice versa, like behind the scenes. But anyways, this is just how, not to get off on a rabbit trail, but our PO box is PO Box 5 Red Beard's Garage, PO Box 572, Sweetwater, Tennessee 37874. If you want to make us something to hang on the wall, long as it ain't janky, we'll put it on our wall. Put some class to it. I'm not saying
You're looking. I mean, you need stuff for the new garage.
But we're not asking for nothing. But if anybody wants to send us stuff, we've gotten a ton of stuff. This hammer is freaking sick. Also, I got to call a guy. Actually, I called him twice this week and he didn't answer. But a guy sent us a engine stand that he's building that he wants to sell. We was going to contact him about it and tell him our feedback on it and stuff, like what we think about it and what could be improved.
Non-disclosures. That's a better word.
Non-disclosures contracts. Is that what you're talking about?
CC.
But yeah, so that's the reason we don't break into. Oh yeah, CCXRC. That's another one, but confidential is pretty good. But yeah, so but yeah, like Moto Mule, we've talked a bunch. He's helped me with parts that I can't produce and he can produce, and he knows if he ever needed help from us, he can call us. Did you just laugh? Yeah, what? But yeah, so this hammer is pretty sweet. I can show you how hard it is by busting the camera. Just kata. But yeah. But yeah, so I see a few people are still asking for the wiring video. And we was just talking about it earlier. But we're gonna do the wiring video. I swear to you, before I quit YouTube, we're gonna do it. But I want to do it sooner than later. We have a few pretty cool electrical tools that I think is like a really good help when wiring stuff coming, and we're waiting for that stuff to come in, which should be in any time now. And
I didn't take
Moto Mill said, "What is you laughing at?" I don't. What was you laughing at? Text it to me. Send your boy a text. She can't say.
In one video, didn't you take a poll about what you were gonna put a dirtbag engine on? One off the race card or something?
Yeah, but we got that. Got rid of that.
The engine you did?
The stage 4?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, monster.
Yeah, but I think everybody's in on what we got out of the trade. It was like have to type trade.
Everybody wants you to make a boat.
So this is our engine lineup we have coming very soon. We have our one we've been freaking talking about for 27 years, our GSXR 600 engine. That's full fuel injection, everything, 125 horse. And then we have a 440 snowmobile engine. Then we have a 300cc liquid cooled ATV engine, a 250cc liquid cooled ATV engine, an air cooled 250 ATV engine. We have a 883 Harley Davidson engine. We just got 3 new engines, which is a 750 Suzuki 4-cylinder, like street bike engine. Then we got a GS 500 engine and a 250 Nighthawk Honda engine. We just got. Is that all the engines? The big ones. And then that's not counting go-kart engines, but in real deal engines, And then we have the CR80 engine, and oh yeah, we got the Odyssey two-stroke off the Odyssey build. That's a customer build. I'll tell you, every customer that comes in here has to pay us 100% parts up front and 50% labor for us to do their build. Then you have 30 days when we're done, and we discuss this with said customer. Like, okay, it's going to take us this long. It could take us way longer. Probably going to take us way longer because sometimes stuff happens. We have to film everything, and sometimes you don't have parts. You have to order them. Whatever. So you have 30 days when it's done to pay us in full the other 50% of labor and any additional parts that we didn't know we needed, at the first, before you can receive your vehicle. And if you don't pay us in 30 days, we keep your vehicle. Of course, if you couldn't pay for it in 30 days and needed 45 or 60 days, we'd do it. We're not jerks, but we just do that as a good kind of
Safety
contract.
measure.
Yeah, safety measures. So we're not spending a ton of money on your stuff, and then you say, "Oh, I can't do it. I got laid off," which we understand stuff like that happens, but that's why we say, "Hey, save up, then call us." Like we can give you a rough guesstimate, but it's going to be wrong. It will change for sure because there's no way you can price building custom stuff up front. It's just you can't do it. You're never going to be able to say it's definitely going to be this price um, unless you just lose money or take a huge risk. Uh, ooh, that worked pretty good. So, anyways, we did the FL 250, which is a Honda Odyssey. It's an 81 model for a guy, and we didn't make him pay that. It wasn't a huge job, first off, and we did some trading. We gave him a Stage 4 Predator 420 for the engine off of that FL 250, and for us to keep the engine off and then he gave us four wheeler, which we used for Aubrey's go kart. Thank you, Dorito and the Lucha Cabre. Uh, yeah, we have. Well, we're doing it for 212s. He said they have the wiring diagram for the Chinese bikes now, which actually before he got it, I ended up finding out on the header mini bike by just testing all the wires and finding out what the pin out is for everything. But we will do one on the 125s and stuff as soon as we start doing another one. But anyways, where's I at? Okay, so we got the four wheeler that Bayou, that 220 Bayou, and the engine off of the Odyssey for a 420 Predator that was Stage 4 that we had. Okay, so that was a trade, and then he was paying us to put a live axle on it, engine plate, electric start. So we had to put a battery box, put a different gas can on it because gas can was missing. Had to put a different seat. The seat was rusted out. Had to patch up the frame a lot because they're really crappy frames. Those 250 Hondas are. So when we got it almost done, which actually we're waiting on an axle for it because I used a mock-up axle, but it ain't wide enough. And we put hydraulic brakes on it as well. It kept all the original steering wheel stuff, and then we're almost done with it, and the guy backs out of the deal and don't want to finish it. Well, for one, you can't get your vehicle back until you pay us, and I don't want it. I didn't want to do the project in the first place because I would assume someone going after FL 250 would want the two stroke on it, would want it the original because it's old. So now we've done, stripped it from its glory, and it will be faster and have more drivability with this Stage 4 420. Like you can talk to Bill Breaker and Pete, they said they're not like happy with their FL 250. They wish they would have put a big block on it and did some performance parts. Because this engine makes double the horsepower of what that two-stroke made. Not yeah, close. Yeah, close to double. So so now we're stuck with this FL 250. So it's ours now, basically. It worked out where the vehicle is ours. I only owe him his engine. Well, then, I'm not going to go in the details behind the scenes, but basically, we ended up with it, and we don't even want it. It's one of those things. It's like I don't want to put. I'm going to finish it for the video, but I don't want it here, and it's something I didn't want to do in the first place because a lot of people, more people's going to be mad about us taking the two-stroke off of it, even though we're putting double the horsepower, than happy about it. So um, yeah, bikes and bullets. Every FL 250 I've seen, I mean, it's rare that you see a clean one. And he said he has restored it, so that's the reason it's nice. Benjamin, we will be doing a video um, on the buggy very soon.
Some guy said he found you through the ZB video because he has a off print, or not off print, but a PBR.
Don't know what that is.
It's a ZB replica,
Oh.
and he wanted to know when you're making another episode on the engine.
So we're actually going to do the second episode. We're going to film it this week on the ZB50 where we get it running and drive it. So it should be out in another week. We're going to have to steal the engine off the header mini bike, which that's another project. We just did that for people to see. Like we don't want that either, and it's sitting
It's a cool
outside.
project, though.
Yeah, it's really cool and it looks cool, but we can't keep everything, and we just got a ton of stuff, sitting around. But
Hmm.
but yeah, Ernie Slavin. I appreciate it, man, and that is for sure. That is true. It is crazy where God has brought me because no one's seen us before, so it's crazy where God's brought us, and we can't wait to see where He takes us for sure. Bikes and bullets, I will check yours out.
How old
Uh,
are you?
huh?
You said how
Oh,
old are you?
someone said how old are I'm 30 years old. I will be 31 in September. Almost dead. I always said to Becca, I was like, I'm only making it to 45 with this body. I'm not gonna make it much past 45. I shouldn't joke about that. But I said, you know, we believe in Jesus, so really it's a race who can meet Jesus first. Uh, Distasteful. But header track without an engine, and people's gonna be like, it ain't worth that. I would sell it for 500 without an engine as a roller. Is
You
what
put
I'd
a
sell it
lot of
for.
fabric into that.
Yeah, a little bit, ain't that much. But it's got a lot of good parts on it. Header track as a roller, 500, no motor on it. Red Beard's garage sale, yes, we need to have one for sure. This is a 6. That's the for anyone that doesn't know. This is um supercharged 670. It's bored over 20 with billet pistons, billet rods, billet flywheel, of course. It's got a custom made cam that we had Performance 670 custom make us. It has the 70 amp alternator, mini drag alternator, and it has a AMR 300 small roots blower. It is not a smog pump; it's an actual blower. Dope nasty, and it's got 34 millimeter Mikuni. That'll probably change, but yeah, I'm still a young feller. Uh, Everybody, one guy's like, I thought Red Beaver was older than me. No, I started this. I guess we've been doing this. It's crazy to think I started this at 25.
Yeah.
That blows me away. It feels like I've been doing this for 2 years. It's crazy. Does it feel like that to you? Feel like 5 years to you?
It's been a roller coaster.
5 years, 200,000 subscribers. Woo! You've been working hard. We make fun of our views and our
You're getting
subscribers
there.
a lot, but at the end of the day, we're not Logan Paul. We're not out there selling our soul. We're building go karts. We can't expect to get. We're doing more informational videos than anything. So, are Yellow Springs worth the money?
That's what they please answer that guy.
I'm guessing you're talking. If you're talking about Yellow Springs, you're talking about in the driven pulley. And if so, if are you talking about 30 series? I'm guessing because we've never ran them. I don't think we even had any. Geez, Mister, you're young. Build a cross cart. We got something like it's a cross cart coming with the GSXR motor, and it's
You
gonna
just
be
answered his
sick.
question and he asked it again.
He didn't hear me, Becca. We're late. Becca's over here yelling behind me. She's yelling. Um, Half Black Builds. I like that name of it. You're not bugging me. I just wanted to re-answer for. I didn't think you heard me earlier, but Corey Chambers trying to buy a mini bike soon. He's wanting his wife to let him. So Miss Red Beard will messenger tonight and
People can pay me to persuade their wives.
Becca said people can pay her to persuade their wives. What's up, old man? So yeah, I'm 30 years old and Becca is 44. Good gosh, Becca's 31.
Just turned 31.
Just turned 31 actually. She had a nice quarantine birthday. So now I got to do her birthday when the quarantine's over because I mean you can go get takeout from and you can go in. I still don't want to go in nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's a million conspiracy theories about this, but I don't know which is true or, you know, if it's a
There's
real
so
deal.
many.
I just stay away from people. If you're sick, probably sick, I'm not going to be around you. I'm a germaphobe. I tell you, if my kids walk out of that bathroom and I didn't hear the sink after the toilet flushes, I'm like, get in there and wash your dirty hands. Grayson comes home from school and he's like, comes up to hug me and I'm like, da, 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 wash your hands, please. I'm just, it's not like I'm crazy germphobe, but I just know what little kids
Ooh, somebody's
they put
watching from
junk in their mouths.
Brazil.
Oh, there's someone from Brazil in here. Can you jack shaft two 670s together? Well, I can give you a hint. We're putting four 712 cc's together soon, all coupled together. The mud lights are 28 by 12 by 12s on the front or on the rear, and 28 by 10 by 12s on the front, I believe. And I bought these tires used because we was on a budget, and I just got two brand new rear tires the other day. It's pretty sick. Um, but yeah, so yeah, so if you're ordering anything from Go Power Sports, remember they're shipping out. They're packing stuff when it comes in. Basically, they have no more floor room to like put packed boxes. Um,
The delivery guys aren't picking them up.
yeah, this delivery chain is all backed up right now, so everything's clogged up. What is your favorite body style Ford? I don't know. I really like.
Are your eyes hurting again?
No, I mean they're not nothing like that was. No.
You're really digging at them.
Probably I really like a 95, 94 standard cab short bed 4-wheel drive. That's a dope looking truck to me. But it's probably everybody's like, is the quarantine over? Yes, go anywhere you want, do what you want. They won't do nothing to you. Half people get arrested tonight.
CCRC said, do you still enjoy running go karts and mini bikes, or is it mainly building them?
I like building stuff. No, I don't like building stuff more than riding stuff, but this is a problem. We was talking about this on Saturday. This is the difference between you guys going for a go-kart ride with your friends and me going for a go-kart ride with my friends. Okay, first off, Braxton don't have a go-kart or a mini bike. He's gotten rid of all of them. Lonnie doesn't have one. Um, Becca doesn't work on them. So, and no, I'm saying this because when we go on a mini bike or go kart ride, guess what Chubby has to do? Get everybody's vehicle up to snuff because you think Lonnie's going to check his oil? No. You think Lonnie's going to check CVT belt? No. Braxton? No. So this is the thing. Braxton just blew Becca's belt. I mean, it's not his fault. We did a bunch of drag racing and yeah, Go Power Sports is busy with Trump dollars. They are for sure. But basically, I am not a veteran. Um, but anyways, what was I saying? I forgot. I lose my. Okay.
You have to work on your
So yeah, so I have to work on like five. I have to get 5, 6 vehicles ready, and then my kids want to ride. So then I got to make sure Grayson's go karts up to snuff. So it's not that much fun. Once we get there and do it, it's fun. You know, like get to the property and everything's tuned up, but it's chaos getting it done. You know, we got to haul. We don't have tools over there. We do. We have like a little set of tools, but we don't have what we have here. And our main stockpile of parts is here. So I have to haul stuff. Haul? Yeah, I always wonder if people can understand what I'm saying. We have to haul everything over here, tune it up, and get it back out there. So yeah, that's the difference. But I do enjoy it, but I'll enjoy it better when everything's over there. And
not running back and forth.
Not running back and forth, and we're just there for sure. Outlaws Dream Garage. Well, thank you guys for supporting us, James Games. James Games. I was reading his comment.
Wait, you're 30, she's 31. How old is your boy, Braxton? I started young and mine's only 10.
Braxton is, we say this all the time, Braxton is not Um, not our son. He is Becca's brother.
He's 15.
He is 15 years old and he's about to be 16, and he's starting a mowing business. He's been mowing. So Braxton traded his go kart and a blown up dirt bike for that 250 Yamaha Virago I had. He really wanted it. He was going to try to get his dad to let him ride it to school, and I told him that ain't happening. I already know that he ain't going to let you. So he didn't let him. But Braxton also just wanted to sell it to get mower money. So that's what he did. How did Braxton grow that mustache? I don't know. It's like it just was there one day, wasn't
Yeah.
it? He said he shaved it for a year or so, like he shaved his face, and then I think he needs to keep it. He looks like a motorcycle cop. Uh, Jason Stokes, thank you so much for your donation. They help out a ton for sure. Thank you guys so much for supporting us with donations. Give us a little bit of that Trump check. It ain't hurting you. Why did I start YouTube? I said this just a little bit ago. We basically, I went after it as a business. I was in IT, so IT work, the IT field, found out that people was making money off YouTube, and I was like, how in the world is there? This was when vloggers was huge. Like when I found YouTube, I knew about YouTube, but when I really found YouTube and started looking in everything, this is when vloggers was. That's what was on YouTube. If you was watching YouTube, you was watching vloggers. Like PV or Prank versus Prank was huge. That's their height of their popularity, and there's just all types of vloggers. Ed Bassmaster was vlogging back then. He don't anymore. But everybody was jumping on that bandwagon, and I knew I didn't want to vlog because I always felt like, why the crap would you want to
Poor
watch
boy.
me live my life when you could go live yours? It don't make any sense. So I had a turbo car I was building. I've told this story lots of times. I was building a 4G63 turbo car, and I basically got done with like the big front mount intercooler, the 2.5 intercooler pipe, and I did a bunch of junk to it. And I was basically out of money. I needed to do fuel, like injectors and fuel pump and stuff. So I didn't want to spend any money on it anymore. I knew it was just going to be a rat hole and just keep on. Like I knew then I needed to rebuild the motor because it was a little bit high mileage for what I was doing. I think I stopped. When I got done with it, it was like 25 pounds of boost. So she was boosted and it was fuel cutting really bad. So I sold it and that black car that used to be in my intro, which was an
Nissan.
05
Oh.
Nissan SER Altima. So it was a 6-speed Altima with like a little performance package on it. It had like nice seats, racing seats that was heated, and some 18-inch forged wheels and stuff. It was a really sweet car, and I did a bunch of stuff to it. So, anyways, we sold it and the turbo car the same week. I basically was upside down in Nissan, so I sold my turbo car to get out from being upside down in the Nissan so I could sell it. So in 1 week, I sold both. Then I knew I was going to get bored because I didn't have nothing to play with, and I wanted to get Aubrey a go kart. Grayson was too young at this point, so I got my first go kart. Where did I get that go kart from?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember who. Brandon, I think, possibly. I don't know. Whew, I need to think about that. But anyways, I got my first go kart, learned how to, start doing go kart videos, and then I basically was looking up stuff I wanted to know how to do and couldn't find it, and basically was like, why isn't anybody making informational videos on this stuff? Because it's a huge need in this hobby. So that's what I did. I started that week. Got a camera that week. Spent like $300 on a camera, and just went from there and started making videos. But again, I went after it to make a career out of it, not as a hobby. Someone said, "Man, I like your channel a whole lot more now to know that you did a 4G63." Yeah, it was a 93, I think, Plymouth Laser. And another reason I got rid of it, I didn't want front wheel drive. I wanted to find an all wheel drive one because that's so cool to me. That old of a car being all wheel drive and turbo. But again, I knew it. Mine was a one owner, old lady owned turbo 5-speed Plymouth Laser. It was white with the black top. So you remember how clean that car was, Becca? Like the paint was flawless. It was always garage kept. And basically, her alternator went out on the interstate. She took it into a Dodge dealership, and they told, or a Chevy dealership, and they told her that it was blown up, needed all this stuff, and they said they gave her a bill of $4,000 if she wanted it fixed. So she said, "No, I'm just going to buy a new car." She ended up buying a Z06 Corvette. By the way, this lady was like 70, and then one guy said, "You fat? Are you serious? Why did you delete it? You let him call me fat." Let him vent. He's going through. His dad hasn't been home in like 6 years. Let him vent. Uh,
Her milk had never came back.
but but yeah. So and also someone's asking what editing software I'm using. Adobe Premiere CC. Um. So yeah, I built that car. I found it at a car lot that was sitting in the weeds, and I saw it said turbo on the side of it, and I was like, ah, thank you. Oh boy, I can't
Oh, I
read that
didn't even
name.
see it.
Ted
Oh,
TEJAS.
my phone's trying to make me
Is
take a
that like
YouTube break.
Taz? Is the J silent? Auto Salon Jason W. Thank you for your donation. Um, Again, it helps out a ton. Uh, so someone's asking about, have you considered an essential to a stage 3 212cc build? I need to go to Harbor Freight and buy a bone stock 212 because we're going to do the road to horsepower series coming up this month. The first video will be out this month, and we're going to show you if you're working on a budget, because I know people get mad that some people hate that we have sponsors. We just get to build stuff. But again, do you watch, NASCAR and get mad that they can build these crazy fast cars and be able to race them for your pleasure? No, you don't. So it's the same type deal. It's just people jealousy, is a rough thing. And um,
Road to horsepower.
Road to Horsepower is going to be me buying a bone stock Predator, and we're going to show you if you're doing a budget the way I would build an engine step by step. Like, what would be the first thing you do to it? Well, it's going to be remove the governor. Well, first would be a Go Power Sports Performance Kit because jet air filter and exhaust is the best thing to bolt right onto. It's super cheap. You can do it in 30 minutes, especially if you're a kid,
The number
very
one
little.
question you get is how can I make this faster without taking the governor out?
Yeah, a big question I get is how to make this faster without taking the governor out. So, we can show the zip tie trick and stuff. We can talk about the dangers of taking your governor out, why you should do a flywheel, and a rod is optional. I've never blown up a 212, and I've ran the far out of them. Never changed the oil, but that don't mean yours is not going to lock the rod up or break a flywheel. So, Casey Ritchie, as soon as the new garage is done, it won't fit in here no more. Talking about the Argo.
He's asked a few times.
So, anyways, we're gonna do that series. That's gonna be a long series because we're gonna start with video one will be, and we're gonna show it side by side to a stock 212 numbers and what we done to it. How did it change what we just done? Look, it's interrupting me. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting Cal. Interrupting. Move. Hey, will you give me a water, please? Cup O if we don't have any bottles. Um. So yeah, that'll be a good series I think to show people, and I think I want to do it on a mini bike, just for the fact that it seems like mini bikes are way easier to do quicker videos on. So maybe that's what we'll do. Welder I have is a Everlast 211 SI MTS, so it's a MIG TIG stick combo. How much are the V twins that you use? It's like 700 or 800 for the 670s. Thank you, Basley, 1959. We appreciate it. Oh yeah, Norman. I had an old 4G63 Plymouth Laser, which is the same thing as a Eagle Talon or Eclipse, Mitsubishi Eclipse. Uh, yeah, see, that's kind of comment I like to hear. So LNR Rider says, it's your channel, do what you want. If you make a video I'm not interested in, I skip it and move on to another video of yours. Exactly. That's like, I'm not going to make every single video that's going to tickle your fancy every time. So instead of commenting and griping what you would have changed about it, or you wouldn't have done this or whatever, just don't comment on it. Move on. Which I mean, you can comment whatever you want. We don't really give a hoot. Uh, LNR rides wants a shout out. There you go. I'll be doing a build with a Honda 180 soon. What are you talking about, a Honda 180? What you talking about? How about a series of ground up build? Are you talking about building something from scratch, like frame and everything? Because that'd be pretty. I mean, we've done a bunch of those, but we are wanting to build a custom mini bike, full suspension mini bike, because Nacho's Dad's Garage is a YouTube channel you can go check out. But he got the high tech mini bike from me. I took the high tech engine off of it, so it's for sale, by the way, the high tech engine. But but yeah, you better tickle my fancy. But yeah, that's the way some people thinks is the music that I pick should tickle their fancy every single time. And you got people like country, rock, rap. I'm picking what I want to hear when I'm watching a video. So that's what you're going to heal. That's what you're going to heal. Um, Sorry, I don't have a CT100U. We was going to get one back in the day, but we kind of stopped using Coleman bikes just because we fell in love with the MB200s. So yeah, those heat sinks on the buggy are crazy awesome. What is that? Vivid Machine Works. They are. I mean, the guy did a crazy good job. Awesome dudes for sure. Uh, Thank you, Bikes and Bullets. Half Black Builds just gave us a donation. Make sure if you do, thank you for your
He said
donation.
fist bump.
He said fist bump, so kata. But I always ask the question if you have one, because that's the bonus of donating. You definitely get your question answered for sure, unless it's personal. Um, yeah, you get to pick the words too. You can say heal instead of heal. But yeah, oh, we got our tubing vendor at this shop. We delivered it for some stupid reason. I took it to my new shop and we had to unload it with a bobcat with forks on it. And I was like, why did I do that? Because after the guy left, I was like, I should have took it to my normal garage. I just was, being optimistic, thinking we was going to already be in that shop, and we're not, obviously. And I'm telling you guys, we have worked our butts off the last couple months trying to get this shop done. I mean, believe you me, we want this buggy done. We want that shop done even more. It's getting so frustrating trying to juggle that. I've been paying a guy to work on the shop on stuff I don't want to do, like flashing and soffit and stuff. It's just stuff I don't want to do. We worked out there today for like 6 hours or more. Well, probably all. No, it was all day. We had to go to freaking paint, and it ain't even gonna be. I know we're gonna have to buy double that paint. Wouldn't you agree? It's probably gonna take double. So that means just for the liquid paint to paint the garage is $1,000. That's crazy. Just to put that in perspective, we don't have people just throwing money at us, being like, "Hey, build this for $10,000." So this garage is a crazy financial burden, and we don't even get to use it yet. That's the biggest thing. Like, yeah, we get to use the property and have fun on it, but that don't make a ton of content, because people don't like ride videos. You'll learn that soon, unless you're doing something crazy. But Half Black Build's give another fist bump. Thank you for your donation again, man. We really appreciate it. We'll put that towards the $1,000 of paint we gotta buy. Uh, but oh yeah, and it is good weather time. I need to get the street legal mini bike registered finally. Um, so that will be coming very soon. How long has this been going on? They don't tell me on this. Oh yeah, it is. 54 minutes. Son of a gun. Uh, but yeah, the garage is extremely close. Me and Miss Redbeard and Braxton and everybody is going to start putting the OSB on the ceiling this week and painting everything. So that means as soon as OSB goes up, we can blow in the insulation, put our lights up, and move in that son of a
God.
gun.
Moving day party.
Yeah, we're gonna have Nacho's dad's garage gonna help us. Etard and Bubs hasn't said they're gonna help us, but they're gonna help us because we need every able body and truck and trailer here. Because I want to move this place in one day.
I can't
Get
believe they
everything
weren't
over
in
there.
this live stream.
Huh?
I can't believe
He
they weren't.
was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, earlier I'm pretty sure he was. Oh my goodness. But again, this hammer was sent by Five Frost Forge on Facebook, and it is sick. He put RBG in the side of it. I wish we used to have these LED workbench lights. Now look at them, they're yellow. So that don't help out anything.
Literally did nothing.
Yeah, look at that hammer. That thing is sweet. He sent us this in our PO box, and I am in love with it. I just love stuff like this. Love it.
Hey, you got the most people you have. You can't leave now.
No, I've had more than this.
255.
I've had 450 before.
No, I'm saying tonight. It's peak time.
My rear end is going to sleep sitting on this old worn out bar stool. Worn out. I can't even talk. I don't even know. So yeah, it's crazy what goes on. Like that's why my Friday video didn't come out, and I'm pulling a video out of my hiney for tomorrow for you. To be honest, like the video you're gonna see tomorrow, I didn't want to put out right now.
It's not out of your honey. You were just trying to save it.
Yeah, I was just trying to save it because I wanted to make a 1-part series instead of a 2-video deal. So one guy asked, Fang of Truth asked, "What's the meaning of life?"
Yeah.
I know what the meaning of life is. In my opinion, you ready for this? You know what it is. The meaning of life is to find your relationship with God and teach that to other people. Tell other people about Jesus. I don't care if you believe it, but I know for a fact that is the meaning of life. That's why in crazy hard times of stress, like right now, like you guys wouldn't believe, I'm freaking going gray at 30. There is gray all in my beard from this. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I know I have faith and I keep faith in Jesus, and it saves me all the time. Like it keeps me from going insane, and I've never been truly happy until about 4 years ago. What was it? 5 years ago. And that's when God changed my life, and I quit drinking. I quit smoking weed, and because I was doing that 7 nights a week out in my garage. But
Tell them to watch your testimony.
you know, my testimony's on my channel. You'll know the story then. But you know, you can believe it or not. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. It's your life. It's your choices. But that's what I believe, and that is the purpose of life, in my opinion. Son of a gosh darn.
Hey, just help Rodney.
What? Who?
Rodney.
Rodney. Where's Rodney at? Rodney, boy, where you? Oh, goodness. GY6 help on buggy. Thank you for your donation. But what do you need? Like, you should have put a better question, man. But so yeah, my mom won't let me and my dad get an 18,000 service truck. I don't know what you're talking about, guy. So oh yeah, Brianna Booker. I was wondering, like, are they mocking me or?
Okay, this guy's asked this question 100 times. What size washers and bolts need to raise the engine on a Coleman Mini back to install a torque converter?
Okay, so if you're installing a torque converter and you don't want to buy the risers from Go Power Sports, the best thing to do is get like some 3/4 inch washers just because they're thick daddies and do an inch worth of them, which would probably be about 7 washers. But the easier thing to do is get a piece of square tubing, a 1-inch piece of square tubing, 1x1, and you know, cut it wide enough. Like I always do, pieces going side to side instead of front to back. So, and cut those out and drill holes in them and bolt them down. Boom, Bob's your uncle.
Shriner. Oh
No, Jeff T, thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
And for sending a guy crotch riding a firework. Thank you for your donation. They help out a ton.
He said his life better. Oh, that's somebody else.
When and where can you buy that header track? Whenever you want and wherever you want.
Tell me
Because
even. I'll tell you.
email us Corey Long at greg@rbgcars.com because we want it gone. Just because we're not going to do we wrote it, we had fun with it, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. Hey, Thomas Wilson, I do want to put a sound system in Ford. And what's funny is I have my amps over there. I got them old school Rockford Fosgate amps from the 90s. Super clean amps. I just need to buy my sub. I already put aftermarket door speakers. I hate that freaking radio. I was telling Lonnie yesterday, like, this radio looks cool, but I'm sure you could mold up something that looks good out of a pile of dookie and it might look good, but that thing, it works good 50-50, that radio I put in my Ford. But I think I'm going to take it out. I would love to do a collaboration with Soundman CA, but he's got such a dirty mouth. Like the dirtiest of mouths. I take showers after watching his videos. And I'm not telling you guys to watch them. By no means, because he says some rough stuff. And like we say, garbage in, garbage out. And he does some sweet dash mods and puts iPads in dashes. I'm no Apple fan, but that'd be sick having that truck instead of that crusty old Chinese radio. Uh, Thank you so much, the Worst Gamer VR official. Thank you for your kind words. They make a huge difference, like you guys wouldn't believe. Do you like SpongeBob when he was normal? Back in the day, I loved SpongeBob.
No,
It's
he said
weird.
you look like SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, when he had the, he looked like a gravestone. But thank you. I thought you said when SpongeBob was normal back in the day. Well, I didn't know it was an insult. Yeah, I guess I look like SpongeBob. Get an Alpine restyle kit. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what Alpine is, but I don't know what a restyle kit is. I'll look it up. And you can polish a turd. That is right. Uh, so someone did an emoji of a tomato. So there's that. How much is a stage kit for 212? Uh, Jordan Lynn vlogs. I think, what are they? I can't even remember. Like around 350, maybe? I don't know. Someone said, "Why do you dip?" That's a sin. To make you ask questions.
Nobody perfect.
Scott Mikula. I hope I'm saying your last name wrong. Basically, I'm borderline illiterate. So, finished my buggy with 24 inches of travel and the same size tires as yours. What's the lowest gear ratio I could go with a Comet Duster? I don't know. I'm running an 8-to-1 because that's going to give me a good happy medium. That's like really good takeoff power, really good top end, mid range. I feel like with 24-inch tires, 7.2-to-1 would be great. Yeah, 7.2-to-1 to 8-to-1 is what I would go with. So you said what's the lowest gearing ratio? Oh, you can go low as you want. You can go 30-to-1 if you want to. I don't know why you want to go 30-to-1 unless you're pulling mobile homes, but but you can go low. That clutch will handle it. What's a good clutch for? One time I worked for the utility board back in the day, BC, and this woman came up and she was a real snooty lady. We was on, like, when you work for the utility board here, you got to start off on the tree trimming crew. So we chip trees and all that jazz. James Games, I get it now. But we are doing some Gravy Bone t-shirts very soon. We're getting a logo made right now, actually. So anyways, this lady comes up and we had our chipper truck full of chips and she was like, "Hey, can you come pour those chips at my house?" And we was like, "Yeah, that's because we don't got to go take them and unload them." She's like, "Well, it's right beside that mobile trailer up there." And my buddy looks at me that was working there and was like, "Don't," like, he didn't say this to her obviously, but he's like, "Don't church it up. That's a trailer." Just because she said mobile. And so from now on, I call them mobile homes. That's what he said, not mobile homes, mobile.
As long as you have a roof over your head, it's all that matters.
Yeah, it don't matter. I lived in a double wide banger. It was like two of them glued together. when I was in high school. Uh, but Beasley 1959 said, "Is that Shriner Dawn here?
Mhm.
I'm driving, rebuilding a drift track, and we ride to raise awareness for Shriners Hospital for Children. Do you consider horsepower or torque more important? In a drift track, oh, you would want a good happy medium, I would think, because you want to get it going, but you want it to rev high to really keep you going. In my experience with drift tracks, the higher you can rev them sons of guns, you can really keep her sideways. Um, around curve. You know, you can really keep the RPMs up and the power band up to keep you drifting when it really starts getting in a tight spot, is what we've seen. So I would really say both is good in the drift track world. Because, like I said, torque will get you spinning right off the line. But really, with sleeves, I'm assuming you're running plastic sleeves. You can put a higher RPM cam in it just to rip it. Um,
Hey, tell them better hats. We're waiting on a quote from what's that company?
what? Who? Oh yeah,
Criss Cross said, "Are we
the
doing hats?"
branded bills, right?
Mhm. Yeah, we're waiting on
Branded
a
bills.
mock-up and a
We're
quote.
waiting on their mock up for some branded bills hat because those leather patch hats look dope. Oh, and is that Beasley?
Mhm.
I think I called it Beasley early. I'm an idiot. Beasley, thank you so much for your donation. But that's what I would say. I would say horsepower is probably better in a drift track. But you still want to. I mean, you're going to have enough torque, to start spinning. So go for more horsepower. And you watch my go kart videos on my channel. Good gosh, I'm telling you, that tick bite is itching like a mother in the size of a $50. I'm gonna die. But yeah, the Juggernaut's dope. Sam's Garage knows it. Anybody that uses it knows it. It's the best. Yeah, Chris Frost, we're getting the branded bills in. Well, we're hoping to. We're waiting on their very expensive price hats. They're gonna be what, $30 a hat?
Might be 35.
They might even be 35. We don't know. Uh,
But they're sick.
yeah, they're awesome looking hats for sure. And we got a couple new logos coming. Gravy Bones is one of them. When you
What the
say
heck is it
that
tomorrow?
5 link rear arrangement is too complicated, no, I don't think it would be. I hope you're talking to me, Nemo Jack, but I don't think it would. It's just we need to have the right setup. Like, you don't want a front engine to do like a 4 link or whatever rear end, and we're going to do that soon. We have the 4-wheeler engine for it. A Juggernaut is a replacement 30 series CVT front pulley that'll allow you to rev to like 6,500 RPM, where a stock 30 series CVT holds you around 45 ish to 5 grand. So you're gaining a massive amount um, of RPMs out of it. I mean, 1,500 RPMs, no joke. That's like taking your governor off a stock engine. That's how much you're gaining. So if you're running a non-governor engine and you have a good flywheel and cam and everything, you're gonna get. I mean, it's just crazy at the power difference. And you think when you punch a CVT, it revs up to its RPM, but then the belt changes the gearing ratio, or the pulleys changes the gearing ratio as you're going faster and faster. So you can hold it at a higher RPM, therefore making more power. Uh, Chris Warner wants to know if I'm ignoring him. You realize we have 250 people in here, so it's impossible for me to see everybody's. But I don't remember the track that steered in the rear. I have no clue which one you're talking about. I don't think it was ours, was it? Right? No.
No.
Uh, my favorite build. Oh boy,
I love this thing.
probably the buggy. I would say. Um, you can share a live stream anywhere you want, for sure. What did Sam's Garage say before? I can't. Diesel build is coming very
Oh,
soon.
Juggernaut.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Juggernaut's about $100 upgrade, but I'm telling you, you will love every penny of it. Diesel build's coming soon. We got that 3-cylinder Kubota diesel on that mower. We're going to put a turbo on it and slap it on something. I don't know if I want to put it on the 8-seater golf cart now. I'm just trying to think.
That would be a cool video.
How do you change the stall RPM on a Juggernaut? You would just put different roller weights. We're going to do a video on that soon. We just need to find out what rollers fits it and all that jazz. I still don't know what the adult size motorized green machine is. I have no clue. Couldn't tell you. Build a lawnmower with dirt back or 4-wheeler engine with full suspension. I did. That would be a lawnmower I'd build, for sure. But I'd build my own frame and just use the fenders and hood off the lawnmower. Rear wheel steering trike sounds like a death track. Yes, it does. Especially being a trike. John boat with a built 225. I want to do a big block on a John boat. That'd be pretty sweet. We cannot build a street racing frame for $300. It just takes too much time, too much materials. It just gets too expensive. Um, but yeah.
Shriner Don had another question.
Yeah, how much difference is there between a Mikuni carburetor and a board carburetor for the 212? Huge difference, because the slide gives you a smoother, in my opinion, the slide gives you a smoother, more controllable throttle than a butterfly. So flat slide 24 millimeter is by far our favorite carburetors on a small block. They are, I mean, Becca's bike. So the chain was real loose the day we did the drag races. And we think it was skipping teeth. It was so loose because it was new chain. It stretched and we never retightened it. We was really on a time constraint that day. We was trying to get that video shot. So we didn't, that was the only thing we didn't fully maintenance. So basically yesterday they tightened her chain, and Lonnie says it feels like it gained 10 horsepower because I guess the chain was skipping teeth. So they was losing. So now they're going to re-drag race Lonnie's bike. So Lonnie said Becca's bike is 1,000 times better than his now. At the end of the race, he said that he felt like his was the better overall bike, but now he does not think that no more. He likes Becca's bike. So Becca's got the best.
It's a 225 Tilton.
It's a 225 Tilton from Go Power Source. Basically a fully built engine out of the box. You just slap a carb on it and a clutch or a CVT, and you're ready to go. So, thank you, Dave and Sons Adventures. We appreciate the kind words. But yeah, so Becca, it's funny, Becca can get on that bike being 17, 18 horsepower, but just the way it puts the power down, it's just mean as a son of a gun. But she can get on it and ride it, correct? Like, and not be scared. I mean, if she whiskey throttled it, she would be dead. But like, it's fully controllable, isn't it?
Yeah.
But back in the day when we was messing with stock carburetors, it's just the throttle throw of them. You can do different throttle setups on them, but the throttle throw is always just too much. It's like you're trying to take off super smooth and it takes off a little bit more aggressive for like a beginner or something is what I'm saying. So Mikuni's really better all the way around. They make more power. They're better for beginners because the throttle feel, just everything. One guy said, I zip tied the governor on my stock Coleman and blew it up. Well, that's the downside to maybe that could happen. But the buggy's going to be back on the channel really soon. We're waiting on jets, and the next video you'll see is it starting and running, not driving. Well, it could be driven, but we got like so many little things we got to do. We're getting them done. I promise you. We're finally at the end of the tunnel of customer builds, and we're stopping on them for a while because I know you guys. I want to give you guys better content than customer builds, because a lot of times customer builds are just more basic stuff. Like Randy's go-kart is sweet, but you've seen that stuff on the channel, and I want to show you guys more stuff, and I can't do it just maintenance and modifying people's stuff, so we're going to take a break on it. You boys need a flagger? Moto Mill, we'll see you later, boy. We'll see you later. Oh, BS Smile Engines, I've seen your videos there, boy. You've been doing good. He's a good lawnmower mechanic. There you go, son. You get out there. You got my hammer pointing at you like it's a walking stick. You need to make a hammer for me with like a 4-foot or a 3-foot handle so I can use it as a walking stick and hit stuff from long distances. So
Bedtime.
it's almost bedtime. It is bedtime. Son of a mother, it's 11:50. Um, but yeah. So I was reading the last few comments. My eyes are hurting like a son of a gun. My allergies was rough today, and I'm ready to take my contacts out and take a little cat nap. So you will get a video tomorrow. It'll be later than earlier. It'll probably be after lunchtime. So look out for that, or don't. Whatever you want to do. It's your life. Live it. And then we're going to probably put a video out Wednesday and Friday this week. Uh, Nacho's Dad's Garage, we'll do some Gravy Bones racing. We'll put our best bike against your best bike, which will be Becca's bike. Uh, but some people are getting mad because we ignored them, I guess. But
I was trying to figure out what's going on. Like, just keep
about
ignoring
the,
them.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the next series we're going to do on the channel is me losing my fat is going to be the ultimate performance part. If I would lose weight, I would be so much faster. Then we could stop spending money on performance parts and just lose weight and stop spending money on burritos and whatnot. Um, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everybody that donated. It helps out a ton because we don't got no Trump check. So thank you so much for watching the videos, sharing them, liking them. Make sure to continue to support us because we got a lot of good stuff coming. We just got to get through these hectic times of building a new
I feel
shop
like
and
we say
whatnot.
that every 6 months.
What?
Get through the hectic times, like
Yeah,
we
we're
always
never
have.
going to get through the hectic times. Let's just face it. You're in it for the long haul, so let's just see how this baby unfolds. But thank you so much again for watching. We love you guys so much. And we'll see you on the next one. See you fellers later.